Today, I'm going to be completing the preventative maintenance on this Manitowoc ice machine. Just wanted to show you my process, how I go about doing it. Hopefully you find this helpful. The machine just went into harvest, so I'm going to turn it off as soon as the machine drops ice. 2 screws on the front panel to open up the door. 1 screw and 2 screw, just so you'd kind of have a rough idea of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be running cleaner, descaler, I'm going to be running sanitizer, I'm going to clean the condenser, I'm going to change the water filter, I'm going to empty all the ice out of the storage bin. There's a little tab right here. If you press down, the front panel will come off. Ice is getting ready to harvest. A little bit slower than I like to see. There you go. 1 press of the power button shuts the machine off. This guy can come off. That way we have access to put our cleaner descaler straight over the top. Before I do that, I'm going to remove all the ice. The customer has requested that we save them some ice. Now that the customer has ice, I'm going to use this trash can and I will empty out the rest of it. I try to empty out the storage bin at least once a year. Usually try to wait until the winter time. That way there's not that much demand for ice. It is winter time. It's raining outside, so. This bucket of ice is gonna go outside. Shit. Sometimes you find good stuff, like Red Bulls. Now the storage bin's empty. I'm going to dump the rest of this ice and get rid of the trash can. I don't need it anymore. I like to use hot water when I do my clean process because it does help the descaler work properly. I'm using the Manitowoc descaler for this particular machine. I think the inside of the front panel probably says 3 ounces. I'm going to be using about 4 or 5 because this machine is struggling to harvest a little bit. And I assume it's because scale buildup on the evaporator. So I'm going to do this a couple different ways. First, I'm going to warm it up by adding some hot water. Just when I hit the start button on clean, it's going to dump water first. Usually about 45 seconds of the water pump and the dump valve being energized, which just sends all the water down the drain. Now water is entering, so I'm gonna add my hot water now until the water inlet valve stops. Water still entering. Still going. It also says water fill right here. Water's done filling, so now we're in wash. I'm gonna add my descaler. Now that'll run for about 15 minutes, and then it'll go through a series of flushing all the water down the drain. Then it'll fill back up with new water and repeat that process several times. I'm going to use hot water to just get out the leftover ice from the storage bin. And then I'm going to be cleaning the condenser, changing the water filter, and then when the clean cycle is done, I'll be disassembling the entire machine and cleaning all the parts one by one. So cleaning the condenser on this thing is pretty tricky. But once you kind of know how to do it, it's not that bad. I'm going to be taking a little brush like this and just brushing. You'll be able to see the lint. And that's what we want to get out of there so that the machine can breathe. I'm going to be brushing it, and then I'm going to take this bottle, which is compressed nitrogen, and I'm going to blow it out. If you have an air compressor or something similar to that, you can use that to blow it out. I like to brush out the side compartment as well. I might as well open up the control board panel, take a peek inside of there to make sure there's not anything crazy going on, no burnt wires, no bugs, nothing loose, disconnected. I'll show you what that looks like. So we're just inspecting this area, make sure there's not anything crazy going on. Everything looks normal, but now that it's open, when I go to blow out the condenser back there, I can also blow out this area. Unfortunately, I'm not able to change the water filter right away. I have to turn the water off, wait for the machine to call for water so that the pressure will be relieved, and then I should be able to take it off. And unfortunately, somebody put the water filter back in this little corner, so it's kind of hard to get to. When I say somebody, I mean myself. This spray bottle that I use for cleaning, it only has water in it, no chemicals of any sort, just water. The only reason why I dumped it out and filled it up with new water was because I want to use warm water / hot water instead of cold water. I just feel like it works better. Not really sure if it does or not, but it makes me feel better. The machine just started its first flush cycle. The way the manual reads, you should let it complete the entire clean cycle, because what it'll do is it'll flush all the chemicals down the drain, fill up with new water, circulate it, flush it down the drain. That just ensures there's no chemicals in the machine. But because I'm going to be taking the machine completely apart, I'm going to skip that step. There's a little lever on top of this filter, but if you turn it, it shuts off the filter. So as soon as this calls for water, it'll relieve the pressure. I'm going to take it off, put that in there. Take out my water tray. This will allow me to flush my water filter, just kind of like a little hack, little trick. Still rinsing. Let's see. There we go. Old water filter out. New water filter. In place. Now my water is just gonna flow, and that'll ensure that that water filter, which is identical to this one, is charged properly. There's carbon at the bottom of the water filter and a couple little plastic BBs that need to get agitated and mixed up. And there you go. Now it's rinsing again, but technically you're supposed to let that run for 5 minutes. But what I can do is I can just hit that button and go down to service, go down to diagnostics, control board, and I'll just enable all relays. And that'll give me the extra time of allowing the water filter to flush properly. The water curtain comes out. This is the water trough. Sorry if it's a little loud, but ice thickness probe, the water distribution tube is in there pretty tight. I've run into a bunch of issues where the water distribution tube, the little finger screws come loose. Which, I'm gonna stop that, it's awful loud. So what happens is the finger screws come loose, and then this comes forward a little bit, which causes the ice thickness probe, if it was hanging right here in place, to come forward, which messes with the gap between the evaporator and the ice thickness probe, and then causes the machine to either make thick ice or make no ice at all, or malfunction in some sort of way. So giving them a little snug is a good idea. Anyways, take that back out. 2 little finger screws, and then that part of the water distribution tube comes out. It is a 2-part water distribution. If you get your fingers back here, you should be able to pull it out. If it's hard to remove and put back in, these little O-rings can get a little bit of food safe lubricant applied. That'll help out quite a bit. There's a part down here called a water diverter, I believe. There's a little 3/8 screw that you remove, and that part will come out. that's the little screw that I was talking about. I'm going to pull out a water level probe so I can clean that. And the water pump.
Hi.
Good morning, sir.
You're cleaning it all up, huh?
Yes, sir. Taking it all apart, cleaning it, sanitizing it,
Huh?
cleaning the condenser, changing the water filter, the whole deal.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Do you do that one too?
I do not know. This is owned by a different company. Not exactly sure.
Just wondering if you change the filters on that one. That's all.
Yeah. So I see the way it's plumbed. It doesn't look like there's an external water filter. It comes straight off of your tap.
Oh.
They may. Oh, it does look like they have some internal filter system inside there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not very familiar with this machine, but I would assume that those are water filters.
Oh, cool.
And then whoever manages this takes care of that.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yes, sir. So make sure your wires are tucked up inside. The dump valve is over on this side, which is pretty important to both check and clean along with the drain lines. So this being the dump valve, half quarter turn, take that off. And this guy is called the plunger. Sometimes it gets calcium buildup on it. Sometimes little bits of debris end up inside of here. So you just want to open it up, make sure it's good to go. And then just put it back together, ensuring that little plastic washer thing doesn't come out of place, which unfortunately is fairly common. I'm actually going to be taking off this hose clamp, and this screw to remove the entire thing and have it kind of sit right here. So I can clean the hose that goes this way, and I can clean this hose as well. So now that that's taken out, I can stick my brush inside here, and then this hose is removed. I may stick my brush through here just to clean out that little section, and then my hose brush will go up inside this hole, and then I'll be able to see it up in there. The part of the process that I'm on right now is I'm just going to be scrubbing and cleaning and scrubbing and rinsing and just getting after it for the next, I don't know, 15 minutes. Here's the brush that I'll be using. I'll start with this part just to get it done and out of the way. So this bottle here has about 2 to 3 ounces of ice machine sanitizer in it. Now that everything is cleaned and rinsed off, I'm gonna sanitize every single square inch of this bin and ice machine. Now that the ice machine is all cleaned, sanitized, I'm going to move on to cleaning and sanitizing the parts. I think I'm going to go in basically reverse order of how I took it apart. I'm going to start with the drain hose and then probably do my electronic parts. Very important not to get your plugs wet. So for the water level probe, basically from the middle of the shaft up, don't get it wet. And then for here, from the O-ring up, try not to get it wet. If this is dirty, just wipe it off with a rag. Oh, what up, dog?
He's all ready to get outside.
Yeah? How's the towing business? You enjoy it?
Getting ready to get busy.
Yeah, because of the wet weather?
Yeah.
Yeah. All hands on deck?
Well, it's
Yeah.
rotation, so it's either you got too much to do or you ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah. The same thing with ice machines. Like peak summer, everybody needs us, everybody wants us, and then around this time, everything starts slowing down.
So it's time to clean the machine.
Yeah. Now it's just clean and maintain, and then summertime, it's everyone wants to buy them, and then everyone's machines are breaking. So, yeah, I get it. Struggle's real. Because I just sanitized everything, I'm gonna run it through a quick clean cycle just to circulate the cleaner in the system and then flush all the cleaner out of the system. Sanitizer. This machine drains into a condensation pump. There's no floor sink for the storage bin to drain into. So what we do is we just use a standard condensation pump you can pick up at any local hardware store, and we let the storage bin drain into that. So you do need to clean them out when you do your service if that's your setup. I'm going to restart the clean process. That way I don't have to wait the entire 15-minute cycle. It's just going to flush the water, it's going to refill, start the process over again. It's kind of like a way to short cycle the process. So now I'm going to just turn the machine on, let it make a batch of ice, always timing my ice cycles just so that I can compare it to what the manual says, see if it's within range. It's slow to harvest, but not the end of the world. 145, 109 would be ideal. Well, 50s to low 1 minutes is ideal. And that's how you clean a Manitowoc ice machine on a storage bin, change the water filter, clean the condenser, all that good stuff. If you found this video helpful, check out all the things. See you on the next video.